and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic once again back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side. Is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday night. It's here. It's Phoenix Sim Sports. I'm already losing my voice today and losing the marbles. We are here for the MX5s, and we are live at Bahrain this evening. We are running the inner loop track. It is going to be fun and exciting stuff, I can tell you that, folks. Just before we get going, just a little heads up from our sponsors here. We are promoting a little thing from Asetek Sim Sports. If you're wanting to get yourself some lovely sim gear, and I mean some lovely sim gear, get yourself across there. Check out their stuff. It's awesome, by the way. Top quality, top great stuff. Hit the checkout. Put in Phoenix Sim Sport is the code, and you'll get a lovely 5% discount from us. So make sure you check them out. That's Asetek Sim Sports. Head on to the checkout and use code Phoenix Sim Sport, and you'll get a lovely 5% from us. So there are a couple of little issues which were addressed in the briefing there, but we are going to get this session underway. We have 10 minutes. As we already see, we are having some timing issues on the board there. And this is sometimes the problems that we will have with custom races, custom tracks I should say, is there may be some errors with the timing board. So we're just going to go with it. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work out in the end. Hopefully Mav, the race director, will come back and let me know what's kind of going on here, but we're just going to have to figure it out as the session progresses. Double check sure that my mic is working. We are good on the mic front. Yep. So unfortunately, everybody's accidentally set a time while leaving the pits. This is just a minor inconvenience of this track, but we're just going to have to roll with it. But we are on board action-wise with Shotgun Mera. Miku backing off just to leave him a little bit of space. Yeah, track limits are another thing we have to look out for on this track as well. So at the moment, I'm kind of just going to go off their last times, so I can get a more accurate understanding. We are, as I said, pole lap is looking around about a 1:14 to 1:15 today, a 1:14.6 by Miku in practice, with Mikkel doing a 1:14.9. So we've just got to kind of keep an eye on those times. Again, hopefully things will sort themselves out by session's end. We'll just have to see. But again, it's just going to make for a very spicy race as long as things are working out right. So officially we have Bazakan with the 124 first runs. But the current board, ladies and gentlemen, is unfortunately not an accurate representation of what is going on here. Miku, as he does a 1:14.9, that is a more representative time of what we are looking at, folks. So there you go, a 1:14.9 for Miku, with 419 with a 1:15.5 for P2. With GOVEE, 1:15.7. Shotgun Mera with a 1:17.7. Laurie with a 1:19. These are the lap times we want to be looking at, folks. We're going to ignore the fastest times for now. Hopefully there is a bug with the track set up, so we're just going to roll with what we can see here. But call this one the Bahrain, the Cursed Edition today. It is the inner loop circle, the smaller track, so not the one that you're used to seeing on TV with the Formula Ones and the GT Endurance Championship. Nope, it is the inner circle for our little fun MX5-CUP. It's not going to stop these guys pushing hard and getting themselves some lovely lap times. 4:19 with a 1:15.12. Is Miku going to go any quicker on his lap run? 1:15.4. So he hasn't gone any quicker. Unfortunately, with this timing bug, it's going to throw me off quite a little bit, and this is something that was a worry at the start of qualifying. We thought we'd had it covered, but unfortunately the track has decided no matter what we did, it's going to do its own thing. So it's following GOVEE right now in his beautiful liveried car as he snakes the tail of it out. These cars are very planted here. The major issue the drivers are going to face this evening are track limits, as Miro really throws the back end of that car out. Oh my. And that is throwing him off qualifying. Well, that would have thrown him off his qualifying. That would have thrown him off his lap. That was very dull, and a rejoin right in front of him as well. Let's see if I can get the relatives board up so we can see what was going on there. There we go, that's a little bit better. See who we're all battling on track, folks. So that was Oite. I'm going to be terribly sorry if I do pronounce that wrong, but foreign skills are not amazing. He was the one that caused that little bit of a hold up there for GOVEE. Hopefully it's not going to affect him in the long run. A 1:14.6 from Miku there. Currently, from what I'm thinking, we'll put him on provisional P1. Closest time to him is Mikel, his championship rival, with a 1:15.328 as his fastest lap time, but again, we're not entirely sure. Shotgun Mera with a 41, so there are some issues here, and I believe the stewards will be getting involved if these things keep up. Now, excuse me folks if I'm having some microphone issues. I don't know what's going on today. Let me try and adjust this. And I'm wondering if that's going to be any better. It doesn't look like it, and I'm just not entirely sure why. But normally I don't have to push my mic up so hard, but here we are. So I would say for this qualifying session, we are just mainly just viewing to see what's going on. And to, you know, kind of more get a look. I think all the action is going to come in the race, because unfortunately with these timings, folks, I do apologise for the mix-up in the qualifying times. This is not an error with our setup or any of the drivers. It's just a problem with the track itself. It's just the way it goes. We did have an alternated version of this Bahrain loop mod. However, it seemed a little bit brutal, because if you ran off track, you went to the Shadow Realm and that was your race over. And we kind of want, we'd like the drivers to reach the checkered flag. That would be nice. So we decided to go with this one, not noticing that we were going to have some timing issues. But it is what it is. We will deal with it as it goes on. We do have some stunning liveries here in this championship. Custom ones, of course, and the championship is very much open, ladies and gents. So if you are interested in joining, yes, we are halfway through season 13 at the moment, but it's not going to be long until we get to season 14. More the merrier, more than welcome to join us. So hit up Sim Grids, look for Phoenix Sim Sports, come join us through that. Hit us up in the Discord, the link for that is in the Twitch information below. And it's not only the MX5 Championship that we run. We have the Tatis Series. We have I believe it's the Formula ACRs as well. The Formula 1 clones for Assetto Corsa. I can't remember the exact name, but you know what I mean. We are also running the Assetto Corsa Competizione World Challenge here at Phoenix Sim Motorsport. And that is a wonderfully competitive championship. We had Brands Hatch last weekend, and that was an absolutely fantastic event to watch and a pleasure to commentate over as well. As I said, the latest one, ladies and gents, the newest feature to Phoenix Sim Sports will be the streaming of our Le Mans Ultimate Championship, which will be hosted by yours truly. And that will be tomorrow as well. So if you're interested in watching some hypercars and GT3s battling it out, come join us tomorrow for that. Because I can assure you it is going to be action-packed from green to checkered flag. Now, I would like to say that it is Marcel Miku with the most legit time on the board at the moment with a 1:14.559. And it does look like he has the fastest time over Mikel. But I am just going over what the latest laps say because we are having, obviously, issues. Oh my goodness, his 419 has a wiggle at the back end and throws the car off. Don't go back to the pits. Oh no, he went back to the pits. He went back to the pits. Maverick is not qualifying for this session because he is being the pits guy this evening. He's just trying to keep a little bit of law and order with the issues that we're having with the timings on the track. Board here with Miku as he comes past Rigby. 30 seconds till I need to get my backside off of this track. I'm unsure how the start's going to go, folks, because Shotgun Mera probably shouldn't be on pole position. It should be Marcel Miku with Mikel right behind him. That looks about right, with 419 right behind him. With 10 seconds, folk. We've got the lights up. We're just waiting for them to go red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are lights out for Bahrain. And I'm just going to quickly throw myself into the pits. We're going to do this and we're going to go straight back to the action. We're on board with Miku. Because we have yellow flags on track for some strange reason. And we are underway. We're a little bit quiet now on the volume, so things are being a bit silly track-wise, but we do have Mikel all over the back of Miku to start this race with. And it looks like Mikel's going for a move already. Oh, Miku very late on the brakes, runs it a bit wide. Mikel is all there up the inside. Looks like we've got another left-hander to come through. Mikel's got the line. Miku pushed wide. He made the mistake earlier, and it looks like he's made it, but he's now got the inside line, and he cuts it back as we see Rigby and 419 having a good come together back there. Now, that was a bit dull from the both of them as they make contact, and that's going to hold them all the way up. With Yala, he doesn't look like he's too far off the back either. So action-packed stuff, and we're still here with the leaders as Miku and Mikel are battling hard here for the lead. And it looks like Miku has held on just for now as Mikel dives out of nowhere, runs really wide, allows Miku to run back through him, and this is going to be a spicy battle for the lead. I can tell you that one, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long 20-minute race ahead. Shotgun Mera, yep, he got put to the back of the grids. So he's on his way round and trying to catch up. Going to go a little bit further up as we see Maverick making a move there on Loy Yi. And that puts him up into P6. Fiala is still on the back of 419, but he's dropped back by about a second. But we're going to keep on battling with this. 419 and Rigby having a nice little battle to themselves. The gap at the front is 0.4 of a second between Miku and Mikel. I thought those two were going to be fighting hard for the duration of this 20-minute race. 419 with a faster line coming through there. It looks like Rigby made a little bit of a mistake. We're seeing a little bit more of a battle up ahead of us, but no, Rigby has braked nice and well. The car out as it looks like Mikel is taking Miku up at the front. Can we get a little bit of what's going on here? Yes, we can. And it looks like Mikel has made the pass. We are having a glitch with the flag, so I am just going to quickly remove them. Because there is an issue there. And I don't want yellow flags appearing on the screen all the time when there isn't any yellows. But Mikel has made the pass on Miku, and he is starting to push ahead, and Miku's not going to give up here. As I said, it's very tight, very technical, very twisty track for these guys, and yeah, this is going to look like it's going to be a long battle for these guys. We've still got, you know, it's only been 3 minutes gone, and they're going for it. Laurie has made a pass on Loy Yi for P8 back there. Looks like GOVEE has stretched a little bit of a gap to 4:19 now. That's up to 0.6 of a second, then there's further second back to Fiala, and then we've almost got a 6-second gap back from Fiala to Maverick in P6, and there's Bazakan that is right behind him in P7, Laurie in P8, Loyi in P9, Awite, again, apologies if it's Awit. I do apologise, I do butcher your name, you're going to have to correct me after the session. He's now into P10, Chokan Mera is now P11, and Sharma at the bringing up the rear of the pack in P12. So this is the major battle on screen at the moment, folks. I knew at the start I'd said to Miku, I love your livery, but I'm not going to give you all the screen time. It might not be helped at the moment because this battle with Mikel is getting spicy as Miku gets a better run here. Mikel runs it very wide. Mikel. And Marcel Miku is all over the back of him. Oh, we have a car off. Was that Mera gone off? I think so. If not, it was Sharma that went off, probably just diving out of the way of the lead pack. But it does look like Mikel has found himself a little bit of a rhythm. He's found some comfort. Miku's backed off ever so slightly. 419 has gained a little bit of time onto the back of GOVEE. So we're going to just nip back, have a little look at what's going on here. As we see, we're just going to ignore the session best and fastest time because, as I said, timing errors on this custom track. We can't really fix that. But what matters here right now, folks, is the race results. It looks like Mikel is starting to make a little bit of a gap onto Miku right now. Fiala has dropped back with Maverick now, you know, he's not too far behind, but Bazakan is starting to push, and as we say that, he makes the move on Maverick to go up to P6. Lovely sweeping move up the inside there. And there's nothing much that Maverick could have done about it. He's going to try and stay on the tail, but there's no room to dive there. Pushing that car right to the edge of track limits. Well controlled, very well raced so far. There's a further 6 seconds back from Maverick to Laurie. And then we have a 12-second gap back from Laurie to Loy Yi. So it has spread out quite a lot at the start. There's obviously been some runoffs, some incidents. That's just the way these races are going. You've got to love the MX5-CUPs. Great racing. And right now these guys are showing us why. Still on board, well, still with Maverick. We are going to switch to a little bit of on board with him. As we see, Mikel is now pulled a 0.7 of a second gap to Miku, which is not what Miku will be wanting for the championship. If anything, he wants those positions reversed so he can start clawing in some points on Mikel. Mikel, at the end of this race, I do apologise, you're going to have to tell me how I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yes, Miku really wants P1 in this race. Got to admit, this is a beautiful track. And these cars really stand out and look beautiful around it. See sunset kicking in now and the lights of the track shining brightly. but we're going to go back to the lead battle, I hope, because it looked like, oh, my bad, it looked like, yeah, here we go, Miku is all over the back of Mikel. There is a slower car up ahead, and it looks like he's going to try and take the inside line here, folks. Miku takes the diving line up the inside and just gently cuts the nose off of Mikel, but he's got the next inside line, but I do believe this is a right-hander coming up. These guys are going hard and fast. Late braking from the pair of them. Miku pushed a little bit wide there. Both of them playing very, very fair and giving each other space, though. This is top-class racing as they come up behind the back marker now. They are up to the back of Oite. Again, apologies if I am butchering your name. One of the newer drivers to this series. I believe this is his first one. Oh! And he's getting in the way. He's getting in the way of this lead battle. That's not good at all. And that would have held up Miku by a good little bit. And that's given Mikel a bit of a run-up. And I can't see Miku being all too happy with that at all. Still got 11 minutes left to run. What is happening here? This back marker is all over the shop and causing quite a problem. Miku's now dropped heavily off the back of Mikel because of that. And I do believe the stewards are going to have a little bit of a look in at that. Will most likely reprimand for holding up the leaders under blue flag and a little bit of dangerous driving and an unsafe rejoin, if I do say so myself. Now we are going to go back to see what is going on with GOVEE. He is going to be the next one up onto the back of the back marker, and he's still got 419 behind him. Now let's see, will the back marker be smart and get out of the way and not race the leaders? He's not getting out of the way and he is racing the leaders. And this is not good. Now it's 419 that's going to get caught up and he's going to get pushed wide as the back marker makes a mistake and goes off behind. And I'm going to say, ladies and gents, that might have been a spot. Oh! I think 419 got caught up in that. He did, which has put Fiala through. Oh, that is not going to go down well with 419. He's going to be absolutely raging at that as the back marker gets ahead of him again. Oh, there's going to be a little bit of a busy turn in the steward's office, I believe, after this one. With a couple of unhappy campers. This could really upset the Drivers' Championship. Yeah, we're getting we're going to have some issues, I believe, as we're on board with Mav. He's going to be the next one up against the back marker. And yeah, ladies and gents, that's not the kind of racing we want to see here at Phoenix Sim Sports. We want some nice, clean, fair racing, and this could really upset the championship battle. I do believe Mikel has backed off a little bit to let Miku back into contention, which is good of him to see. That's sportsmanship right there, ladies and gents, because that gap's back down to 0.4 seconds from 2.8 after the incident. As Mav makes a safe pass. And it's going to be a far run back for Mav. As Mav has just caught him there as he's gone wide as we catch the back marker going off again. But we are going to quickly throw ourselves back to this lead battle, ladies and gents. Miku is back behind Mikel with less than 9 minutes to go in this opening race. Reverse grid as well, which means our back runner, who's been getting in the way just a little bit, is going to be on pole position. And this could be, oh no, Miku and Mikel have had a coming together, a little bit of a bumper tap, both have came off, both are still going. This is going to let GOVEE come back into it. Miku a little late on the brakes there, and he's just tapped the back end of Mikel, sent both of them kind of off in a squirm. Both cars became very unsteady there. And yeah, that's not what either driver was looking for. But both have recovered. It wasn't terminal for either of them, but that's not no either driver will be wanting. This has moved GOVEE into the battle. He's now 2.7 seconds off the lead, 1.5 seconds off the back of Miku. He's 1.3 seconds off the back of Mikel right now. Very, very spicy stuff here going on at the Bahrain inner loop. Phoenix Sim Sport MX5-CUP Championship. And boy, there you go, get a little bit of the flash of the lights there from Miku as he comes through. Good to see you too, sir, on board with GOVEE. He is still there, and he's making himself known that, yeah, he's still in contention, just running his own race and staying out of trouble, and that's all it is, folks. That's all you need to do to win in these races, is just stay out of trouble, run your race, and yeah, good results. That's what you want. On board with Fiala, as he has got 419 right up the back of him, and he'll be looking to make gains after his run-in with the back marker. You can see an average when the leaders are around about 15-16 seconds a lap quicker than the back marker. You're going to have some kind of issues eventually, but it's just been unfortunate the incidents have happened. But this is racing, folks, anything can happen. And it is late 419. What a drive out of there, and he is all over the back of Fiala. Looking to make a little run here through the outside. He's gone really, really wide, causing Fiala to go very shallow. He's going to have the cut back here. He's going to get the power down nice and early as 419. And this is going to be a straight drag race. Again, 419 with the outside. He's going to have the better line coming up and around here as he gets to do the cut back. Oh, both of them go a little bit wide there. Completely missed the apex. Looks like GOVEE's had a bit of an off at some point. He's dropped right off the back of Miku, who is now back up to a second behind Mikel. This is a spicy battle going on track right now for P4. Following Fiala with 419, giving him all the hustle behind. He's making sure his car looks real big in his mirrors right now. Try and put him off and find a gap when possible. Again, very deep there from Fiala. He goes wide and 419 makes the pass up into P4. Is this going to put Fiala back further? We've got Bazakan's not too far behind, with Maverick all over the back of him as well. But it looks like he has got away with it. 419 then up into P4. Maverick closing in on the back of Bazakan right now for P6. The field is very much spread out. On board with Loy Yi, and there we go. We're going to go on board with DLX as they are starting to make passes and more back markers. Shotgun Mera, is he going to get out of the way for Miku? He does. Very sensible driving there from Shotgun. Gets out the way of the leaders and lets them run the race. Fantastic driving there to see. We're going to kind of go on board with this as these guys are now cut through back markers as we find ourselves another back marker getting in the way of the leaders here. Mikel gives him a little punt through. Just says, get out of my way. Blue flags for a reason, son. As that puts Miku all over the back of him. The back markers are really making themselves known in this race, and they could define the outcome of this first race here at Bahrain this evening. 4 minutes to go, folks. So we've got about 3 laps left to run. 3 full laps anyway as it goes. Battle on track for P1 right now is Marcel. Miku is chasing the back of Mikel. This is your championship in position as well. This is P1 in the championship against P2 in the championship. This is a very spicy. What is going on with this back marker? This is not the first time we have seen him get involved with the leaders. Oh, gee. I'm starting to think that there's I'm not going to say it on stream, folks. Oh my, I saw that. I'm just going to go back, folks. Yeah, I definitely caught that. Right. That's a shame to see, folks, but I have to say that was an intentional wreck from the back marker Awite, and this is unfortunate. This is the things we don't want to see in league racing, ladies and gents. Yeah, he's deliberately trying to wipe him out. Let me see if there's anything I can do to prevent this, ladies and gents. Give me just a quick hot second. folks. I don't really enjoy doing this on stream, but will it let me? Bear with me just 2 seconds, folks. I do apologise for this, but this sort of racing is just, this is not allowed. This is terrible to see, folks. I do solely apologise for what you're seeing here on camera, and we will deal with it in due time. Let me just quickly flag up race directors. Here, just bear with me 2 seconds. I do apologise for this, but it needs to be done. Right, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, that has been dealt with. Hopefully it will be addressed before the start of race 2, but that's things you don't want to be seeing in a race like this. Again, we are going to try and get ourselves back to the front of the grid ASAP. As we're on board with Miku and Mikel, these two are going to go at it. We've got 48 seconds. We're down to the last lap, last 2 laps. And these guys are absolutely pushing it. As you can see, Miku is pulled in between 0.3 of a second. He's all over the back of Mikel. And this is going to be fantastic to the checkered flag. Yes, you did see me. I was trying to get rid of the guy doing the intentional ramming there, but unfortunately the admin tools are not letting me do it. But again, we'll let race directors deal with that at the end of the session. I'm more interested right now on this side-by-side battle for the lead. This is your championship leaders, folks. P1 and P2 in the championship, P1 and P2 on track, and there is nothing between them. Miku on the wide line is wide line is going to come from power to cut back. He's got the drive on Mikel, and it's going to be down to the line. Who won? Wow, did I see that right? That was a 0.1 of a second finish. Mikel beat Miku by 0.1 of a second. Wow. What a finish, folks. GOVEE looks like he's coming home for P3. He has indeed 419. P4, Asetek P5, Fiala P6. Maverick will come home P7. Yep. And, wow. What a session, folks. What a session that was. Unfortunately, the back markers causing problems, major problems. Buddy, welcome along to the racing. Just in time, you're in for the best one. It's 20 minutes reverse grid. Everyone revs the engines. We are getting ready for the lights out. We are 6 blank, getting ready for them to go red, folks. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're being held, and we are underway here in Bahrain, and I'm going to quickly get out of the pits, straight back to the race. And we're on board with Shotgun Mera, who has Loy Yi right behind him, Maverick in P3, Laurie in P4. As we get into a very spicy turn 1, are we going to get everybody through nice and clean? It looks like it. On board with GOVEE, as we have Mikel is sitting there on his inside. Yep, and it looks like everyone has got away good. So we've got Shotgun Mera leading from Loy Yi, from Maverick, from Fiala, from GOVEE, from Mikel, from Miku, 419, then Laurie Asetek. We have the 10 runners left in this race. It is a reverse grid. Oh dear, as Mikel, our championship leader, has had a good comment coming together with GOVEE, which has caused him to spin, and unfortunately has also caused Miku to go backwards as well, as we've seen somebody going off there. Somebody went off at the speed of light. I'm not entirely sure who that was. As Miku got caught up in that, he had to go round the outside of GOVEE as he was punted by the back of Miku, up back by Miku, which has caused all sorts of funky issues. At the front though, Shotgun Mera still leads Loy Yi by a second, and just behind him by 0.6 is Maverick. Then it's Fiala, Laurie in P6, Bazookan in Laurie in P5 now, sorry, Bazookan in P6, Miguel, who we're on board with, P7. See, Race 2 always gets my voice box. P8 is Miku, P9 is 419, and it is GOVEE down at the back in P10 after that bump. It looks like Mav has made his way up the order. He's pushed himself up into P2 and chasing, as we saw Fiala and Loy Yi having a come together, are side by side, and that is put Loy Yi off into the gravel and down the order to the back of the grid. Bargazan's dropped to Mikel, who's now up to P5. Miku's only up to P6, so that battle between those two is still pushing. 419 has just pushed himself up to P7. Maverick is behind Shotgun Mera, who is still leading the race unchallenged, 1.3 seconds off into the lead. All spicy, ladies and gents, as we are in the reverse grid order. GOVEE has put himself up to P8 right now. As we are looking at Mikel, yep, he does make the move, and so does Miku down inside of Laurie and past. That are going to be battling hard until the checkered flag. It has to be said, these are going to make some absolutely fantastic highlights. I am not going to lie, fantastic racing from everybody. A few bumps, a few scrapes, but everybody is still running in the right direction. Maverick is starting to close the gap there on Shotgun for P1. That's now down to almost a second. GOVEE has got past Laurie, so at 419, so that's P6 and P7 respectively. Laurie is now dropped down to P8 as somebody else has gone a little bit wide there. I'm going to follow on board with these guys as Laurie is the one that looks like he has gone off. He is dropped right back. Now we're going to try and get ourselves up to the lead, because there is a bit of a spicy battle going up here. Shotgun Mera with Maverick all over the back of him, that orange car. We're seeing some more overtakes. Oh no, Maverick! Oh! What are you doing, son? That's put Mikel through, that's put Miku through, that's dropped the Maverick back down to P4, P5 now as Fiala looks to go around the outside. That'll be gutting. That was a great move he'd made to catch up to the back of Shotgun Mera, but unfortunately he's just put a bit too much of the power on a bit too early, slid the back of his car out, and he has dropped positions. All that hard work from the start wasted. It's now a clawback game for Maverick. 419 is not going to be too far off the back of him, that's for sure, but this battle is going to keep on going. 0.5 of a second between Miku and Mikel, with Shotgun Mera in the lead, but that lead is slowly coming down and down. Championship leaders in order in P2 and P3 at the moment. The race winner as well, leading from P2. It's the inevitability of Shotgun getting caught very early. The gap's there, he's left the door open. Mikel makes it through, Miku makes it through. It is a right-hander, and he's got every right to come back at Miku, and he does. And he's making his life difficult, which is going to benefit Mikel, if anything. Yep, Mera is making Miku's life very difficult. It is racing for position, so he's got every right to race him, even though he's a faster driver at the moment, and he is racing him well. Fantastic standards from the both of them. It looks like Miku is going to pull the move off into the braking zone, and he does, with Shotgun going a little bit wide there, dropping himself down to P3 with Fiala right on his box. So the 1.2 second gap from Mikel to Marcel now. 1.4 seconds, that is extending, and Miku will be wanting to pull that gap close as soon as possible. We're on board with Fiala right now as he's chasing, as 419 makes a move on Maverick for P5. Maverick slipping backwards for P2 after making that slight mistake with the back of his car stepping out. Doesn't seem to have regained momentum at all. Mikel is starting to make a gap now on Miku. not too much as Fiala looks to try and find a space and a gap round Shotgun, but it's not happening. Very well defended 419 now starting to come up all over the back of 419, all over the back of Fiala. I apologise for that, and Maverick is also not too far behind. Everything is kicking off. Mikel has Miku has dropped back a little bit further from Mikel, so we're wondering if anything has happened there, but the battle is here. 419 looks like he's about to make the move on Fiala. Down the inside into the braking zone. Yeah, as Fiala goes wide, Maverick says thank you very much, I'll have that position as well. And that promotes him to P5, 419 to P4, and Fiala drops that down to P6 with GOVEE in chase. Front is kind of holding steady around about the 2-second mark, so Miku will not be the happiest. But Miku is not one to give up. He's going to keep pushing, ladies and gents. See Shotgun and 419 battling tough. This could allow the likes of Maverick and Fiala straight back in here. Under braking, he's got it. 419 had to back right off. That's really let Maverick back into this fight. Racing here for position, ladies and gents, in the MX5-CUP hosted by Phoenix Sim Sport around the Bahrain inner loop circuit here this evening. What a Friday night it is as Maverick looks to go for a sleek long dive up the inside of 419. He doesn't do it. 419 catches the back end. Looked like the car was going to go do all sorts of squabbling, but look what this has done. This has allowed GOVEE to get all over the back of Fiala. As Maverick looks to make the move down the inside of 419, the gap has been left for Verity Racing. As we see, Fiala has spun, allowing GOVEE to go through, and this will allow Bazakan to go around the outside for P7, so Fiala dropping places again. Still on board with Maverick all over the back of 419. In the battle for 4th position right now. Shotgun Mera is enjoying this because while these two fight, he gets to keep his position and hopefully make a little bit of a gap. At the front now, Miku is starting to pull back in Mikel. That gap has gone from 2 seconds down to 1.1 seconds, but still 11.5 minutes on the clock. Apologies, these guys have got my throat going with all this action. Maverick clambering over the back of 419 right now. This is one thing you got to love about this series, it's equal cars. The only things that are different are driver skill and car setups. As 419 is now pushing all over the back of Shotgun Mera. Oh my goodness, as he go under brake, and 419 really made a little bit of a switch there, trying to push Shotgun Mera off, but it wasn't working at the front. Miku is now 0.9 of a second behind Mikel, so we might come back to that battle very soon. But now Maverick's got GOVEE all over his backside. So this battle for 4th position, 3rd position is spicing right up. The podium is definitely not set this evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot to go on still. As we're noticing, 419 has a better line. Looks like he's cut down. Can he get the outside run on Shotgun here? Up into P3, into the braking zone. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's 419, and he makes the move on Shotgun. Up into P3 for 419. Maverick all the way down the back of Shotgun now, with GOVEE right on his back as well. And the battle in the front now, 0.8 of a second. Miku is starting to push hard. As we're on board, there we go with Maverick as he looks to go round the inside, and he does. Oh, and there's a big bump, and it is Shotgun who is unfortunately the victim on that one. It just looked like he tapped the back of Maverick, to which GOVEE had then tapped the back of him. There wasn't much room. And GOVEE is made up the place in P5, Maverick up at P4, and Shotgun Mera, unfortunately the victim. He has gone from P3 to P6 in literally next to no time at all, and Fiala will very shortly be all over the back of Shotgun Mera also. It looks like we have a retirement from Loy Yi. We do indeed. We're down to 9 left on track this evening. Gap at the front, coming down yet again. Miku is starting to pull real tight. We're going to go back to this battle as we see Miku catching up to the back of championship leader Mikael. So this is P1, P2 on the road, also P1, P2 in the championship. 9 minutes to go left in this second race. Reverse grid, and what a second race this has been so far, ladies and gents. My voice is done already, but we've still got more action yet to come. 0.5 of a second the gap now between these two fierce rivals on track. Almost flawless driving, starting at the back, making their way at the front, just showing their prowess in this class. And hopefully we're going to get the same kind of finish that we got last race, which was literally a photo finish between these two. You couldn't separate them. And the way it's going, Miku will want this race win. He needs this race win to claw that championship gap closer to Mikael in front. Nice line there from Miku as he takes it wider, tighter, and that's going to give him a slightly better drive through this section. Sounds like we've got some back markers coming up, but that gap has gone from a few laps ago, 2 seconds, to now 0.1 of a second. Miku is on a charge here. And a wonderful charge it is. Goes round the outside, very heavy braking into the left-hander here. He's taking a wider and then a tighter line, which should allow to apply more power on the exit. Mikael can't really do much to defend that. Is Miku going to slipstream him all the way down the line? No, he's going to say, you know what? I am going to try and go up the inside. He is as well. He's got the move. He's got the inside. Is he going to keep it? They're both being very sensible and giving each other loads of space here. It's great to see. Miku takes the lead back briefly, but Mikael's going to have the run through this sector. And I believe they're coming up to another right-hander here. Miku just drops back ever so slightly. You're not wrong there, Craig. It is an absolute storming race. As we're going to go further back for just a brief second as well, we're going to see that Maverick has GOVEE all over the back of him right now. As Fiala has made the move on Shotgun Mera. So unfortunately Shotgun has gone from P3 down to P7. Only a short number of laps after his contact between Maverick and GOVEE. As we see, Miku is taking the lead again from Mikael, but Mikael's taking it back again from Miku. Those two are going to be non-stop back and forward for the next 6 minutes until this checkered flag drops. And oh boy, have we got ourselves a spicy one. Yeah, we're going to go back to the lead. Those two are having a fantastic fight up the front. 419 running his own thing. But we're going on board with Miku up the inside again of Mikael, and it looks like Miku's had the better run down the start-finish straight into the double left-hander, and it looks like he's going to hold it. Mikael doesn't seem to have the run back at him, and no, Miku has held it, and he's held it well, taking the lead for the first time in this race. But it's not over yet. We have still got 5.5 minutes of this run around the Bahrain inner loop circuit this evening. Oh, these reverse grid races are something else. Miku pushing it a little bit wide there with Mikael having the better run. It doesn't seem to affect it. Gap now 0.4 of a second. We're going to go quickly back down again. Maverick and GOVEE as we catch it. GOVEE comes down the inside of Maverick, pushes him a little bit wide. There's not much Maverick can do to come back. There's another left-hander here. He's on the wide line. GOVEE comes through, and that is P4 for Miro GOVEE and P5 for Maverick. Fantastic racing from the pair of these two. But again, ladies and gents, we're going to go back to the front because these two are still fighting. Miku and Mikael are going to kill me. Maverick's got it back ahead of Miro GOVEE for P4. I'm losing my mind in my words because these guys don't know how to chill out. Shotgun Mera and Bazakan are having a good spat back there for P7, P8 by the looks of things. These two are continuously swapping positions. Maverick and GOVEE are continuously swapping positions as well. I can't keep up, ladies and gents. It's non-stop action into this right now. 4.5 minutes left to go, and it's going to be to the line. These two championship protagonists, the ultimate contenders. They're going nose to tail. They're showing why they are the top two right now in this MX5-CUP Championship. Holding out a fantastic 16-second lead to 419 right now in P3. And that gap for the last podium position isn't over yet because GOVEE's catching the back of 419, but Maverick's not having anything about that either. He's in P5, but he's also right up the back of GOVEE. But we're just going to stick here for a moment, ladies and gents, to see if Mikel and Miku are going to continue this fight. I mean, that's no questions raised. They're going to continue this fight, but is it going to get spicy? Come down the start-finish straight. Is Mikel going to grab the slipstream of Miku? He is not. He is going to try and throw it up the inside. 3.5 minutes left to go. It's anyone's race. I'm going to tell you that one. Up the inside from Mikel, but Miku is saying, nah, it's still mine. I'm going to hold this one, Chieftain. And he does. Into the right-hander, and that is that settled for now. We're going to go slightly down the order, and we're still going to be here with 419 GOVEE and Maverick battling for that final podium position. Fantastic racing, honestly. It's edge of your seat stuff. I don't know where to turn, look and say, because these guys are just keeping me on my toes right now. I'm going to flow a little bit further back for just a second because we see Shotgun Mera, who has unfortunately dropped back to P7 after a very fruitful start, is now being chased and hounded by Bazakan for P7. Bazakan having a very quiet race indeed, but he's doing his thing and he is starting to pull back. Laurie is at the rear of the pack, but he's still going. P9. He'll still get some points on the board for the effort this evening. As we're seeing a late dive from Bazakan up the inside of Shotgun Mera. Is he going to hold it? It's a bit of a drag race between these two cars. They're exactly the same weight, power and everything. It's all down to the driver and the setup. It looks like he's got him into a very tight left-hander right here, and it does look like Mera keeps it. Just for now. Bazakan is not going to let go. So the gap between Miku and Mikel, 0.4 of a second. Miku will want to hold this for the next minute and a half. This will do his championship hopes an absolute ton of favours. With GOVEE and Maverick still at it, a second between them, then it's a further second ahead to 419. Well, it's more 0.6 of a second to 419 and 0.5 of a second further back to Maverick. So this battle for the podium isn't over yet, into the final minute of the race, folks. But the battle we want to concentrate right on here is Mikel, who's going to go up the inside of Miku here into turn one, is to go over the line. Long double left-hander coming up. It's long, it's sweeping. And it looks like Mikel's going to have the line for this. Is Miku. A little bit of a kiss to the bumper there and a sharp stomp on the brakes. He's going to have to lose a little bit of time there, and that is not going to do him any favours and not what you would wanted. This will be the final lap of the race. Anything goes and anything gives. GOVEE and Maverick all over the back of them. Shotgun Mera and Bazakan having that battle for P7 right now, trading positions. But it looks like Mikel has got the little advantage over Miku. He held back until the last lap, till it was right. And he made the move. All he has to do is stay ahead for the next few corners, and victory will be his yet again. GOVEE and Maverick, according to the timing sheets, are neck and neck right now, with Maverick having the faster lap last time round by 0.4 of a second. 419, he's going to be enjoying this. P3 for him at the moment. Go back to see those two. There is a bit of a gap spread, so we're going to stay on board here as Miku comes up there, and we're going to get a photo finish. This is almost identical to the end of race one. These two will never cease to amaze me, side by side. Who's going to get the win? I believe again Mikel pipped Miku by must have been another 0.1 of a second. I can't believe it. That's twice in a row, folks. Those two have came P1 and P2 by at least 0.1 of a second. Incredible scenes. 419 in third, GOVEE in fourth, Maverick fifth, Fial looks like he's going to come home in P6. Shotgun Mera in P7. Barzakan will come P8, and Laurie will round up the grid in P9. But my goodness, folks. 2 photo finishes and 2 races between the same 2 drivers. You couldn't script this. Fantastic racing from the pair of them. So congratulations to Mikael for a double win here at the Bahrain Inner Loop, and Miku for a double second place. But honestly, there must have been a fleck of paint between both drivers, and just fantastic racecraft from the pair of them. Go on board with a quick on board with Maverick as he loses the plot and gets the rubber down for some celebratory donuts. P5 for him this evening, so a very good effort and result for Maverick. Wow, ladies and gents, absolutely wow. My voice box is broken yet again, and these guys are just something else, it has to be said. I am just waiting now to see if I'm going to get some drivers dropped into my box so we can have some post-race interviews. We shall see what is going to go on. But oh man, I'm speechless. I am honestly speechless. That was just phenomenal stuff. Honestly, just wow. Again, folks, if you are interested in joining this and you think, yeah, I definitely want to be part of that series, head on over to SimGrid, search up Phoenix Sim Sports. You'll find us there. The Discord link is also in the Twitch description. Come follow us there. There are spaces. We host the MX5-CUP series that you have been watching with us this evening. We have the Tatis series for Assetto Corsa. We have the Assetto Corsa Competizione World Challenge. We also have the Assetto Corsa AC, goodness, what are the name? The AC, basically the Formula 1 mod. And new for tomorrow, ladies and gents, we are running Le Mans Ultimate for the first time on stream here at Phoenix Sim Sports, and it is at the Coliseum of Speed, the one and only Autodrome di Monza. Oh, I cannot wait to commentate over that one. That is going to be some exciting stuff, I can tell you that for a fact. I'm just going to hold tight for a few seconds to see if any drivers are going to get dropped in for a chat this evening. Because, by goodness, I would like to see what they've got to say after that one. I am absolutely exhausted after that. Wow. So, just bear with us a sec, folks. I'm just going to... what I'll do is I'm just going to switch scenes just for a quick moment while we wait to see if we're going to get any post-race interviews. So, we'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We have some of our drivers from this evening, and what a race was that. We have 419, Miku and GOVEE have joined us in the commentary box after those sessions, and wow, if anything, if my voice has got anything to go by, these guys will be equally as tired. So first and foremost, congratulations. That was just absolutely phenomenal racing there from all of yous on both sessions. I'd just like to start with Miku, if I could. Miku, race 1 and race 2, fantastic. That finish, a double photo finish. Go on, talk us through both races if you could.
Yeah, quite a battle to be honest. It's unfortunate I couldn't get him at the line, but well, it's what happens. Gotta play with the cards you're given, and unfortunately they just didn't play in the right hands on this one.
I mean, understandable. You could be a little bit disappointed there, but to have both races see what you just have done to me. Both races finished within 0.1 of a second of each other. I'm sure the second race was within a thousandth of a second of each other. Incredible stuff. I mean,
Yeah, the timing was saying about less than half a tenth.
Yeah.
At the line, so yeah, quite a close battle.
It was indeed, and it was nose to tail. Basically, from the Perriers, I noticed there was a little bit of contact, kind of.
Yeah.
You want to talk us through a little bit of that?
Yeah, first run I just carried too much speed into T1 and went into the back of him. But I did hit the brakes to make sure I didn't, gain any advantage.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And then second run there, I almost went into the back of him again, final lap. But this time caught it, so I didn't actually hit him.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mistakes are mistakes.
They are indeed, and both of you were very gentlemanly about it, and you gave each other time.
Yeah, I did apologize to him after the second run, and he said no worries, so...
Going back to race 1 very briefly, you had a little bit of an incident with one of the back markers, and I noticed there was a gap between you and Mikhail that had formed, and then I noticed it had closed down. Had Mikhail kind of slowed down to let you catch back up? Very gentlemanly?
I think so.
That was good of him, yeah. I had noticed that was an unfortunate incident had happened, but I'm glad to see that, the gentleman's side of the sport still exists, and,
yeah.
Again, blistering me. I mean, it won't be great for your championship, obviously,
no.
with used to battling, but we still got quite a few races left to go.
I mean, the fact that we're able to be this close together, it is showing that it's going to be down to who makes the mistakes.
And that's it. And if you two keep racing like that, wow.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to get someone else in this box with me because I cannot keep up with you guys. That is for sure. But congratulations, Miku. That was just... Honestly, hats off between the two of you. That was absolutely phenomenal racing. So congratulations for P2 in both races. Riguibi, how are we doing? I don't think I've had you in the box yet.
It was a how can I say this? A weird race, to be honest.
Weird and exciting. You want to talk us through your race 1 for us?
Race 1, yeah, just casually, just like every time, just P3, just a chill P3. I made some little mistakes, but that's just part of racing, of course. But for the other things, yeah, just chilling, I guess.
Well, that's what you want. I mean, a little bit of ground lost in the championship to Mikhail and Miku, but you're still P3, and you would have pulled a gap there on Maverick for sure. So you're looking good for P3 in the championship right now. I mean, race 2 looked a very, very easy race for you. With the battles going on behind you, you just looked like you were in a very nice place to roll home there.
Exactly. Yeah, race 2, it was more chaotic. So, in the start, if you didn't saw, I had a really great run until, Mikhail, murdered me. So I was from P10 to P3, and I just murdered. I got murdered, so twice even. But I really enjoyed it.
Despite the murdering, you still got a really good result today. As I said, it's going to do you well for the championship. I'm just going to have a quick look at what fun and games we have next week.
I think we're going bronze hatch for the next one.
Oh, strongest tracks out there, so
Brands
it should
Hatch.
be good.
That's going to be entertaining to watch for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Miku. It is indeed Brands Hatch. So yeah, congratulations on your results today, GOVEE.
Thank you very much.
Very, very well deserved and do some fantastic driving. And last in the box today, we have, again, I don't believe I had you in the commentary box at all, 419. How we doing, buddy?
Not bad. It's yeah, I think Miro described it perfectly. It was pretty weird.
Yeah.
Go on,
Not your standard day of racing.
go on,
Yeah.
talk us through your weirdness through race 1 and 2 then.
Well, in race 1, I was trying to catch Miro. I think we were 3rd and 4th, but then a wild blue flag car appeared, and he turned me around in the twisty bits, which made me go to P5. Well, it was frustrating at the time, but actually it was hilarious then seeing him the second time around, and he was cutting about every corner he can, and I still went basically by his tail, even if he was cutting every corner. So I don't think it actually ended up affecting the result, because I don't think I would have gotten a higher position than 4th, and I had a great battle with Wojtek after the contact with the blue flag car. So that was race 1, and then race 2, like Miro said, he got tagged by Mikhail in the left-hander before the twisty bit. And then I tagged Mikhail as well, because Mikhail was stopping, I think, to let Miro go. So it was very chaotic. There were about 7 cars in the space of 100 meters, and that was not very fun. But then we had a great comeback. I think bits and bobs of contact, and bits and bobs of late inside moves on a few people, but we will see what happens post-race. But I think I was pretty clean all of them, and it was a great fight between me, Maverick, and Miro for the final half of the second race, because we were pretty equal on pace. The front 2 is just a bit too fast, unfortunately.
You're right, those two are a little bit alien on their pace, but wow, it was fantastic to watch you, Maverick, we just having a good, it was good, like 4 or 5 laps used two were nose to tail, and some fantastic moves being made, and again, a very clean racing. You mentioned obviously a couple of bumps in that, but yeah, a little bit of bumper scraping's okay, rubbing is racing, as they say. You can't, you know.
Yeah, it is
Hard
just
racing.
There we go.
It's called racing. It's really fast, and everything can happen.
Exactly.
I mean, motorsport generally is a no-contact race, but unfortunately there is just a bit of like scraping that happens. But that's just hard racing.
Yeah, that's
Nothing more that needs to be said on that.
Yeah, exactly. If you bang doors, it's okay. Bang bumpers, as long as it's not like you know, Hamilton, Silverstone a couple of years back. Well, we'll just we're not talking about that. But you know, if it's something like that, then
let's not talk about that.
Are you talking about the one when he took out Verstappen?
Yeah. How did you guess?
Well, I mean, if I heard Hamilton, then I would have guessed that. It would have been that Verstappen incident at Cops.
Down.
It looked like we had one of them this evening, but the less are said about that before the Stewarts get involved, the better. Hilarious stuff. But yeah, guys, I mean, what can I say? You kept me on my toes, and I'm sure the viewers, I mean, we did get one comment from a viewer, you know, who said that they were getting really into this, and they're not a racer, so you put on a show, guys. Congratulations to all of yous. And as I said, Brands Hatch next week.
Hopefully we can keep delivering.
Yeah.
I think I'll miss that, unfortunately. But
Oh
No.
what I really want every week to be Bahrain, because I just love this track for some reason. Because
hell no.
Please no.
my best MX5 result before this was P5, and that was when I picked up pieces. Like I didn't even have the pace for P5, but today I can fight for the podium. So I don't know. And yesterday I got double podium in Tatas for Bahrain. So yeah, there's something between me and this track that just works.
I mean,
The other tracks.
Please no, with this Bahrain layout again, as soon as all you guys left the pit lane, my timing screens went, oh, everyone's done a 5-second lap. Like, oh, wonderful. So if you go back to the stream and watch qualifying, it's just like, oh, right, there's your results.
Yeah, we're definitely not going on this layout again. If I had to make a choice, I think we would have gladly stuck with the old one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really care if anyone falls in the void. It's better than having a bug timing screen, really.
It would have been a lot easier
Yeah.
for me to go, okay, that is the fastest time, and they're in Narnia. So then at least I know. At least I know at that point who's done the track limits. But again, thank you very much, guys. That was just for me as a commentator here at Phoenix Sim. That has been the most entertaining session so far, especially for you, Miku, Mikael. That is just I've never seen a double photo finish before. So wow. Keep it up, guys. I'm looking forward to see what you do at Brands Hatch next week. Again, 419, if you can make it, please, because we need you, man. We need you, man.
Yeah, but that will be on site in the Shanghai International Circuit. So
Rub it
not
in.
sure.
Rub it in. Yeah. Just for that statement, only 10-second penalty.
Yeah. Add it all onto my Laguna Seca race. That would be fun because I was about 15th in Laguna Seca. Just add all the penalties on that round. That would be absolutely fun.
Brilliant, guys. Well, again, thanks very much for this evening. That was fantastic. To our viewers out there, thanks very much for tuning in. What a wonderful event. And again, tomorrow we have the ACC World Championship. The World Challenge, sorry, and something a little bit special, something brand new for us. It is the Le Mans Ultimate Championship, and it is being streamed live here on Phoenix Sim for the first time. So that's going to be interesting to see. In the meantime, from me and all our podium sitters tonight here at Phoenix Sim, thanks very much for joining, and have a good weekend. Good night from me.
Good night, everyone.
Take care.
You too.